The book of Proverbs says a great deal about the friends that we choose to have, both good friends and bad friends. Yesterday, we began looking at some of the dangers of having bad friends. Today, we're going to continue in this study, beginning in Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 7, where Solomon says, "He who keeps the law is a discerning son, but he who is a companion of gluttons humiliates his father." Solomon contrasts keeping the law with keeping company with gluttons. The glutton is one who lacks self-control, and self-control is necessary to do what is right and keep the law, whether the laws are of men or the laws of God. One who keeps company with gluttons learns their intemperate ways and acts rebelliously as a result, and they will bring shame upon their father. Solomon also says that he who is a partner with a thief hates his own life, and he hears the oath, but tells nothing. Proverbs 29, verse 24. When one partners with a thief, he does so by his own free will, and he's not forced to do so. Though he may decide to make such a partnership because he hopes to share in the spoils, in the end he will only face destruction. Proverbs 1 and verse 19. In order to protect himself and his evil partner, he will tell nothing, which is in direct violation to the law of God. Now, if a person sins after he hears a public adjuration to testify when he is a witness, whether he has seen or otherwise known, if he does not tell it, then he will bear his guilt. Leviticus 5 and verse 1. But Solomon says, "Do not eat the bread of a selfish man, or desire his delicacies, for as he thinks within himself, so he is. He says to you, eat and drink, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the morsel that you have eaten, and waste your compliments." Proverbs 23, 6 through 8. Those who are selfish may still show kindness to others, but they will be resentful of it, though the actions of the selfish man may mask his intentions. Solomon says, "For as he thinks within himself, so is he." Friendship with such a selfish individual is not reciprocal, for his heart is not with you. Any kindness that you give to him, such as a compliment, is going to be wasted. He who goes about as a slanderer reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with a gossip. Proverbs 20 and verse 19. One who is a gossip does not necessarily say things that are untrue. Rather, a gossip reveals secrets that should not be made known publicly. Associating with a gossip only gives that person more that they can reveal about you to others. We sometimes hear the phrase, "If someone gossips to you, then they will gossip about you." And this is essentially what Solomon's point is in this verse. He says to drive out the scoffer, and contention will go out. Even strife and dishonor will cease. Strife is a fire that needs fuel to continue to burn. Solomon says elsewhere, "For lack of wood the fire goes out, and where there is no whisperer, contention quietens down." If any contentious environment, there is at least one person who is guilty of fanning the flames of discord. If we are friends with the scoffer, we can be assured that contention and strife will always abound in our lives. But Solomon also says that a man of too many friends comes to ruin. But there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 18 and verse 24. The New American Standard Version and also the King James Version are very different for the first half of this verse. For one says, "A man of too many friends comes to ruin." But the other, the King James Version, says, "A man that hath friends must show himself friendly." The point suggested in the King James Version is the one that most think of when reading this verse. If one expects to have friends, then he must show himself to be friendly to others. This is true, but the wording in the New American Standard suggests that this refers to more than just showing goodwill toward others. Instead, one who has too many friends must try to please them all, which is a nearly impossible task. Therefore, Solomon says that this man comes to ruin. But on the other hand, there is a friend, as opposed to many friends, who sticks closer than a brother. This is a true friend, And friends like this are sometimes difficult to find, but rather than trying to please everyone, which will only result in making everyone unhappy in one way or another, the wise man will recognize who his true friends are, though they may be few, and not allow himself to be ruined by the others. Friends, we thank you for joining us for our program today, and have a blessed day.